this is Electric Craze RC. This is Indo here, and today we're doing a couple upgrades to the Losi Mini 8. Now this is the older Losi Mini 8. They have a newer version out, but I just got a hold of this recently, and we're going to make it a little bit better. We're already using a 3-cell in this one, but today we got a 19-tooth Robinson Racing 0.5 mod, hard blackened steel. We have front and rear RPM A-arms. Have front CVDs set. These are a little bit stronger than the originals that come with it. And we have rear suspension mount set. It's an aluminum one, whereas the original one is plastic. And that's what we'll be doing here today. So I'm going to start putting on some A-arms here. Front and rear, and I'll get back to here in a couple seconds to show you the progress. And we're back. Here we removed the lower A-arm and the dog bone, because it comes originally just with a dog bone. And the new ones are CVDs. Difference is it kind of looks like a dog bone, but it has a pivot joint here that stays in the hub. Makes it a lot stronger than just the original dog bone. So we'll get that in there and I'll show you how that looks. And we put a little bit of grease on this. I like to use marine grease because it's silicone, and it prevents any water damage or anything like this. So I use this here. Being from Nova Scotia, I'm used to lots of boats. So that's what we use here at Electric Craze RC. I just put a little bit of grease right on the end here. Makes it pivot better. We get these little pieces in here. I mean, everybody's different. Everybody likes to use something different, but this is just one of the ways I like to do it. Get it all greased up in there. Pull out that little joint again. Get it into the cup here. Just a little bit. Get this through like that, and presto bango. It's ready to go in. Now, no grub screw to hold this one in. Usually there is some kind of unit, but these have a holder inside. The bearing holds that pin inside the CVD. So it's a simple matter of popping it in. Getting the other side of the CVD into the coupler here. And boom, done. It's ready for an A-arm. And there's the A-arm and CVD put on this side. There's the original. Here. There's the RPM. It's a lot thicker, stronger. RPM has good plastic. And the CVD is inside here. So now we'll get on to the other side. We'll do the CVD in there, and we'll do the A-arm. And I'll be back to you in 1 second. And that's the whole front end done. The 2 RPM A-arms and the 2 new CVDs in the front here. And I'll put the rest of the front end gear on here, RPM bumper. And then I'll get onto the back end here. And I'll put on the 2 RPM A-arms for the rear. Then I'll put on the rear suspension mounts, which is right here. This is plastic here, so I'll put the metal one, or the aluminum one in, sorry. And then we'll move on to the small brushless motor here. There's an 18 tooth in it right now. And we'll put the Robinson's Racing 0.5 mod, hard blackened steel, 19 tooth. And we're right back to you. Now, as you can see here, we've had to remove quite a bit to get to this back suspension arm mount set. There's a slipper clutch right here and a spur gear. But in order to get to the rear part of the suspension mount set here, we had to get all this off of the Micro 8, or Mini 8, sorry. Lots of screws down here. Here's the middle drive shaft. It's hollow. It's aluminum. Very light. So we pulled this off. We'll get these arms taken out. The suspension arms and suspension arm mounting. We'll put all the new aluminum and the RPM A arms onto it, and when we get there, we'll get right back to you. And always when you're done putting A arms on, like we did the rear here, put the carriers there, always make sure that everything runs smoothly, nothing's binding. Like this is nice and smooth. You don't want anything to bind, because if anything's binding, then it will hamper the performance of the vehicle. Alright, I'll get this put back together and I'll get right back to you. Well, that's the rear done. There's the rear A-arms, RPM, and the aluminum swings to hold the A-arms. We put 3 degrees on these, 3.5 actually. Makes the wheels turn in a little bit more, gives you more grip. We find we like about 3.5 degrees a little bit better than, but you know, we try them all out regardless, all different degrees. That's the aluminum and the plastic A-arms from RPM. No binding. There's the front. No binding, everything sounds good. This is the front RPM bumper, because these don't come with bumpers, and let me tell you, they need them. If you don't, you'll break our A-arms like crazy. But these are quality builds, these Losi Micro 8s. So we're off to next. We're going to put the Robinson Racing pinion in. It's 0.5 mod, hard blackened steel. It has an 18 in it right now, 18 tooth. Right here. This is the brushless motor here. We're going to pull this out, put the new pinion onto it, give it a little more speed. There's the spur gear. We're going to mesh that up and take it for a run. Then we'll do a review. We'll back to you in a second there. This is the motor out here. Let's get a little bit more of a look here. Closer look. This is the motor mount. This is a brushless motor, 45 kV, 4500 kV. And this is the pinion here. We're going to change this out. There's a little grub screw here. I'm going to remove it. And pop should the pinion come off, but let me see here, this one's a little bit stuck. I must have got too much thread tight in there. Yeah, they have quite a bit in there. Jeez, they killed it at the factory. So it's an 18, and we're going to put a 19 into there. So here's a 19, and so this will give her a lot more power. A lot stronger than the original 2.5 mod. So I'll clean this up, put this on. We'll mesh it up. Some people like to use a little piece of paper to go in between the spur and the pinion when they mesh up the motor with the spur gear and the pinion gear. Me, I like to go by sound. I just roll it back and forth or move the spur gear until I get the right sound. When I have the right sound, that's when I know I have the proper mesh. But for any newbies, you just put a little piece of paper in there, roll it back and forth. And when you tighten everything up, you pull the piece of paper out, and you're pretty close to being meshed properly. Okay, we'll get back to you in a second here. And that's our pinion and spur gear all meshed up now, ready to go. 19 tooth pinion. That's all the upgrades we have for today. Got a 3S LiPo to go in her, so we're gonna have a lot of fun. This is my mini Losi 8, some upgrades done today. This is Indo for Electric Craze RC. Come and visit our website at www.electriccrazerc. Keep your finger on the trigger and keep racing.